Hello again. It's nighttime now. Not super late, but there's people in my house sleeping, so I'm gonna be a bit quieter. That's probably for the best. Anything that can stop me being quite so eccentric. It's something I need. But yeah, no, sorry about being dressed like some kind of deviant sexual hippie, Russell Brand type being earlier. I was just working out in that, and it's from a stag do. The sleeve ended up getting cut all the way lengthways, and then I did the same thing to the other sleeve, and then now I just cut both the sleeves off, and I'm having a bit of a quarter life crisis. So I'm like just trying to do things that make me feel cool in some way, I guess. I don't know. To me, it's like I think that working out is that there's certain things that when you look the part, or at least feel like you look the part, they're easier to justify doing to yourself. It's like, I don't know. It's like if I'm working out and I don't look like, it's like if it's annoying. It's like if I was really physically fit, I'd be more encouraged to want to work out more, despite the fact that what that could really signify is that you don't need to work out as much. Like, you've done the hard work. Where it should be the other way around. Like, the less physically fit you are, the more you have a desire to work out, but it's just never how that works, is it? It's in the same way that, like, if you eat loads of junk food, the last thing you need is more junk food, but you're addicted to it. That's what you want now. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, quarter life crisis, considering buying a skateboard. It's bad. It's bad when it gets to that level. Okay. Alright. Fuck it. Give me a sec. Hell yeah. Here it is. I'm just gonna pretend it looks good, okay? I'm just gonna just let me pretend. Just let me have this one, okay? Please. Please. Okay. Okay, now that I'm looking at it, now that I'm seeing me in motion, not mirrored either, the actual way that I look. Alright. Let me try it with these hoodies. This is my Edgelord hoodie. It's got secret symbols in there. Can you spot the secret symbols? Look, it's God though. It's God. Don't worry. I don't think this one's gonna look good. Good. No. 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 It's not it. Sorry, I'll talk about something. I'll talk about something. I'll think of something. Actually, I know what I'll talk about. I know what I'll talk about. This one I'm kind of thinking might be okay. Let's see. Maybe. What about with this one? It's mainly the sleeves. I just don't want to throw it away. I like it. It feels comfy. It feels good to wear. Maybe I'll just wear it when I work out and just keep pretending that I'm epic. I mean, it's the only way to get yourself off your ass to do things sometimes. It's just like this is the thing that epic people do. So I'm epic. Like, that is it. It's just you put yourself in a class of people that aren't good enough to do the things you want to do. That's kind of it, right? Like, why else do people avoid the things they want to do? Unless they think they don't deserve to be someone that's recognized for doing that thing, because they hold that thing in too high a regard. They hold themselves in too low a regard. You just have to gaslight yourself. That's one thing I've learned in life. You just have to fucking gaslight yourself into... you just need to tell and believe whatever lie you need to believe in order to get off your fucking ass, metaphorically or literally, and just do the thing you want to do. The amount of mental gymnastics I have just tried to do, the amount of hoops I've jumped through, just to get myself to actually just do something more than consume, just sit there and consume and consume and consume. But the problem, even when it's so I just watched Dune, amazing, fucking amazing movie. I heard that the source material is amazing. I love sci-fi. I love fantasy. It's got the fantasy elements as well. So obviously, Star Wars. It's like if Star Wars was good, basically. So I've heard the source material is good, and I'm gonna butcher his name, Denis Villeneuve. That might have been it. I might be pretty good at that, actually. I might have got that right. But so even something like that's sort of something that I would consider highbrow entertainment. That's fine, because I'm watching it and it's it actually made me feel something, made me emotional at certain points. It inspired me at certain points. I related to it at certain points. It was brilliant, genuinely. I mean, I can't imagine myself giving that less than a 9.5 out of 10. That's what I'm saying. But so I wouldn't really have too much of a problem if I was actually, dedicating, 2.5 hours of my time to watch something that's fucking brilliant, that would leave me a different fucking person by the end of it. But I just sit there and just watch fucking YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video of what is coming to be known as slop. My YouTube algorithm depresses me. The fact that this thing has gone is basically, this algorithm exists to say my purpose as an algorithm is to work out what you want to see, and you want to see this crap. And it just makes you go, it just holds a mirror up to you and goes, wow, really? And it's yeah, annoyingly, yeah, I do. I will click that video. I want to watch it. But when it tells you what it is, when you actually take a step back and gain a bit of awareness and go, I want to watch this I want to watch countless videos of people. So watching videos of people playing video games is the worst. I don't even really do it that much anymore. But what is a video game but a fake activity? and then you don't even want to participate in like some facsimile of an activity, some fake life. You're not even motivated enough to live your own fake life. You have to watch someone else live a fake life. It's crazy. Watching other people playing video games is just actually fucking crazy when you think about it. Like, it's just actually fucking mental. Well, it's different than if you're actually around someone's house or they're around yours and, you know, you're chatting about it and you're actually socializing around it. But, like, just watching a video of a dude playing a game, it's like, well, you know, there's limits as well. It's like, if I am deciding whether or not I want to play this game, then, or I want to get it, I want to purchase it, then you want to see, you know, then that's kind of fair enough. Or you look up a review. But if you're just there like, no, I'm never going to play this game, but I'm just going to watch these people play it for countless hours. That's not the purpose of the medium. Like, video games are basically agency as art. Like, you are thrust into it, and like you have to, you're in charge. You're controlling it. You're not necessarily controlling the narrative, but you're at least controlling like the pace. You know, and in some games you do control the narrative somewhat, but like the art isn't in like how well it can convey a story to you. The art is in how well it can convince you that you are an agent within the story. Like, and so you're just treating games like someone else's playthrough as a game as something you just consume rather than participate in. It's just fucking weird. It doesn't sit right with me. Like, video games barely sit right with me, but that is just another level. But yeah, so this is what I mean about me rambling. Like, there is something to think about everything. There's never not something worth thinking about. So like, I'll have a thought, and within that thought there will be dozens of things worth thinking about, dozens of avenues I could take, and I just can't help but try and take as many as possible. Like, I can't do when there's more thinking to be done, you know. It's just fucking hard for me. But anyway, I think the thing I was gonna talk about, it feels a bit weird just going, right, change the subject, let's get super serious. But I watched I watched the Tucker Carlson Putin interview, but strangely enough it got me thinking more along the lines of, like, there's the West, right? And then there's China, and then there's Russia, that are seemingly some kind of middle ground. But where I think the primary difference between America or the West, America's the leader, so fuck it, America and China, let's do it, America versus China, is something to do with truth versus lie, or truth versus manipulation. And I think that China is actually truth and US is manipulation. It's something like the Chinese, the way that it's all about control, and it's all about how they stop people doing what they don't want them to do. So, but in China, what it is it's fear. It's how do we stop you doing what we don't want you to do? Fear. So it's like, we are going to openly tell you that we are watching you in these ways. We have set these regulations. We are doing this, we are doing that. And they are shown examples of, what would the word be? I'm just going to say people that disobey. Dissidents. That's a good one. Being, you know, reprimanded, or that's a nice way of putting probably killed. Basically, they're a lot more along the lines of, we would revolt if we weren't scared. And then, whereas in the US, it's something along the lines of, it's more confusion. So in China, right, the measures that are taken to prevent them are, they're scary, and everyone knows it, and everyone is there like, we would revolt if, or more people, there obviously will be some people that are, head and shoulder, like, just well and truly gone, like, worshipping Xi Jinping, and, but, like, most of the people there, it's like, it's impossible. It's kind of defeatist. It's like, we're under control, they win, we have no power. Whereas in the US, it's more that half the people are trying to convince the other half of the people that they're under control. Like, whereas in China, it's more like that people are either complying because they want to, or complying because they're afraid not to. Whereas in the US, it's like, people are either like complying because they don't know the truth, or complying because, or just spending their time trying to convince the other side. Like, it's arguments. It's like, the government is doing this and this and this and this, and people saying, no, it's not, you're a fucking crazy person. Because, whereas in China, it's like, the government's doing this and this and this and this, and then the other half are like, yeah, what are you going to do? What are we going to do? We can't do anything. Like, we're fucked. So it's like, yeah, one is just a, like, trampling of the spirit of their citizens, to the point where it's like, okay, we've let them know, we've put our foot down hard enough, they're not gonna fucking do anything. And then, whereas in the US's case, it's like, we've made these signs subtle enough that the people that are onto us are considered crazy. And it basically, US pulls the wool over its citizens' eyes, and to keep them divided, whereas China crushes them under its boot. One tells the truth, i.e., we own you, and you do what we say, or you suffer. And the other one says, we're rolling out this law because of this, and it will help you with this. And then one half goes, yeah, you're right. And the other half goes, no, how can you just let this be happening because of this? And then the other half jumps to their defense. I just don't understand. I don't understand why people jump to the defense of those in power, man. Like, they are, of course they want us to be controllable. It's their job to control us. They get paid more money based on how well we fucking do what they want us to do. Like, I just think that, strangely enough, it's like almost less sadistic. It's like less horrible to just tell your citizens the truth. And I'm not saying that China doesn't try and it doesn't have its propaganda and doesn't lie, but like, what I'm saying is, like, I just want it would, if the US, if the West could just, if there was no more pretenses, no false pretenses, then our government basically wants exactly the same thing as China. They want the same thing. They're just doing it a different way because they don't want to be seen as, it's narcissism. It's like, it's all about controlling the optics, controlling how you're perceived. Whereas China doesn't care. China's like, look, what are you gonna fucking do about it? There's 1.5 billion of us. We don't care what you think about us. Our economy's growing, and we've done it this way, and we're gonna keep doing it this way. Whereas in the US, it's all about, we have to be seen as the good guys and freedom and liberty and the American dream, and yet if they didn't care about how they wanted to be seen, they'd probably treat their citizens worse than China, honestly. Anyway, I don't know if there was a point to be made there, but it just feels like every country has its propaganda. There's no good guys. There's no good, like, it's literally, how can we keep these people stuck in this cycle of providing for us, like, of being our income, of being to escape the system, you have to succeed within the system. It's just unfair, man. I don't know if I'll upload this. I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe I will. I don't know what I've even said. I don't remember. I don't know if it's important. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's video number 2. It'll be uploaded. I don't care.